Hello everyone. So since yesterday I was busy with this planet generation system. Now I have somewhat of a good landscape on my planet. If I detach from the character, now you see that's the scale of the planet. So we have this whole terrain which is walkable on my character because the character has planet gravity. Where is it again? Oh, I can't find it. Yeah, here. So yeah, so here as you can see, now we have some mountains and sea level and a beach, and on tops we have a snow layer and rocky layer, frost layer. So all those things similar to the Virgin series, Virgin system that we implemented. And yeah, this is what we are going to talk about today. Especially I want to focus on how I generate this mountain terrain on the planet. So the terrain height map. So here, you know, just we could use a flat noise, but the just using a flat noise will not give you a good landscape because it will not represent a proper geographic structure, and it will not have any biome zones, no continents. So the solution is using a smart layering system. That means with noise, with just noise, we can have noise in different layers and different scales and amplitudes, and by mixing them together we can have a better landscape. So this is the outline, but let me show you the way I have implemented that in my system. So if I zoom out here, let me select my planet, and under planet settings I have a number of settings, but let me focus on the terrain layers, this noise layers. So here, if I disable this use preset, you can see here, let me hit preview, and yeah, this is how it works with these settings. So here, as you can see, I have 4 noise layers. Each one is with the increasing frequency. So the lower the frequency, the higher the scale of the feature. So here you can see this is this, like is it like 5 zeros and ones, 5 zeros and 1, and this one is less than 1 0, and this another 0 less. So here like that I have noise applied to the terrain in different scales. To preview that, let me just disable all these layers and except keep the first layer enabled. If I do that and preview the planet, see, this is like the continental layer in our generation system. In fact, it is the continental layer. So here you see we have one big chunk of landscape. It does not have fine details, finer height details, but it has the large scale details. So here now you see this is like the terrain, like a continent. Now if I disable this and enable, let me disable this one and enable the next layer. By the way, you can add any number of layers you want. So here this is a bit smaller, the feature size. If I preview this, you should see like smaller islands here. See, now this is how you get, this is the kind of detail you get in that scale. Not continents, maybe still continents, but much smaller. And yeah, similar to this, you can have smaller and smaller features. enable this one final one as well. Now here you don't see that because the landscape is underneath the ground. Here you see we have much smaller scale changes on the landscape like this, but it's all underwater because that is not enough to get the landscape over the water level. So let me re-enable all of them again and regenerate the landscape. Right, now we have this landscape. By the way, we can expose a seed number here to get a different landscape, like different overall shape. I haven't exposed that yet here, but that is totally doable, and I will do that soon. So yeah, that's how it works. And you have a lot of parameters here. You can see what each of them do if you hover over the parameter name, and also it is explained here. Yeah, this is the same thing explained in the slide. Some more details if you are interested. And yeah, also we have this biome blending. So we are embedding the vertex colors of the mesh in this way. I use G for grass layer and B for rock layer and A for snow layer and R for below sea level. These values are written into the mesh itself, so you can directly use those values to determine where the rock should be, where the grass should be, and where snow caps should be. So that's how you get these layered landscape material. So some more details regarding how to tune parameters here. And yeah, here is the full pipeline. Noise generation happens in the thread pool, so it will have minimal impact on the gameplay, and everything is implemented in runtime. Even I can still preview the terrain on the editor as well. So yeah, if you like to take a look at the code, you can download the project, the work in progress version, from my Patreon page. I'll leave the link in description below. And also once it is ready, it will be available in Fab 2. Next time I'm gonna attempt adding foliage and grass into the system. And after that we might need to work on a LOD system as well, but it is in a functional state as of now, just like the way I demonstrated in the project. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.